Hello, wonderful friends, and welcome back to Learn Fun Boom. Today we are diving deep under the sparkling ocean waves with a magical story called One Day at the Bottom of the Deep Blue Sea by Daniel Bernstrom with pictures by Brandon James Scott. So, snuggle up, take a deep breath like a little diver, and let's begin our ocean adventure. One day, at the bottom of the deep blue sea, lurked a shark in the dark by the rainbow reef, when along swam a girl with a net for pretty pearls to the very bitty bottom of the deep blue sea. Up, up shot the shark from the cover of the dark and surprised the little girl who had found a pretty pearl one day at the bottom of the deep blue sea.
"Excuse me,"
said the shark, showing off his many teeth.
"Would it trouble you to join me as my dinner on the reef?"
"Don't be hasty, Mr. Shark. Rather, let us make a deal. I will find you something tasty. If I can't, I'll be your meal."
"It's a deal,"
said the shark to the fearless little girl.
"But it must be something yummy that will fill my grumbly tummy."
A squiggle and a wiggle at the bottom of the sea. Look, a squid with her kid. Razzle dazzle on the reef. Down, down shot the shark from the cover of the dark and swallowed up the squid and her acrobatic kid. One day, at the bottom of the deep blue...
Squirt!
Yuck! Ah! Ick! Spit! Blah! And out flipped the squid and her slimy little kid. Back to the bottom of the deep blue sea. "I'm sorry," said the girl. "There are other things to eat. Have you tried the jellyfish? It is chewy, soft, and sweet." Glowing in the coral at the bottom of the sea. Look, a bloom of frilly jellies taking pictures on the reef. Quick, quick, shot the shark from the cover of the dark, and he gobbled down the jellies deep, deep down into his belly. One day, at the bottom of the deep blue...
Zap! Ouch! Ah! Eek! Spit! Blah!
And out shot the jellies who had stung his tender belly back to the bottom of the deep blue sea. "You poor thing," said the girl. "Did you have too many sweets? Why not try the puffer fish? It is quite a filling treat." Picking sea cucumbers at the bottom of the sea. Look, a pokey puffer fish making pickles in the reef. Sneaky, sneaky crept the shark from the cover of the dark, and he swallowed up the fish and his tasty pickle dish. One day, at the bottom of the deep blue...
Boom!
Ouch! Ah! Eek! Spit! Blah! And out burst the fish, holding tight his pickle dish. Back to the bottom of the deep blue sea. "Don't give up," said the girl. "Ever thought of boneless meat? You could try the dotted ray. It is very safe to eat." Bathing in a tub at the bottom of the sea. Look, a polka-dotted stingray scrub-a-dubbing in the reef. Scoop, slurp, struck the shark from the cover of the dark and guzzled down the ray on his bubbly bath time day. One day, at the bottom of the deep blue... Sting! Ouch! Ah! Eek! Spit! Blah! And out flapped the ray, poking, prodding all the way. Back to the bottom of the deep blue sea. "You look angry," said the girl. "Let me find the perfect meal."
"Time is up,"
said the shark.
"Little girl, we had a deal."
Mr. Shark, the girl cried. Think of what you haven't tried. Have you sampled killer whale? Or perhaps the Triton snail? There is turtle. There is seal. Would you like to try an eel? I simply wonder what's appealing, Mr. Shark. I have a feeling there is something at the bottom, something yummy at the bottom, at the very beady bottom of the deep blue sea.
I guess I'll try the turtle.
Gently rocking in the weeds at the bottom of the sea sat a crinkly, wrinkly turtle knitting sweaters for the reef. Snap, snap charged the shark from the cover of the dark, and he beat the turtle's shell, but released it with a yell. One day at the bottom of the deep blue sea. Please don't worry, said the girl. You don't need those silly teeth. Is there something else you'd fancy? Here's some plankton you could eat. But the shark circled round and he looked her up and down. Jump! Whack! Hack! 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 Oh no! Moaned the shark, huffing, puffing in the dark. And off swam the girl, holding tight her pretty pearl. One day at the bottom of the very beady bottom, one day at the bottom of the deep blue sea. The end. What an amazing journey through the deep blue sea. We met fascinating ocean creatures and explored the wonders hidden beneath the waves. If you enjoyed today's read aloud, don't forget to like, subscribe and come back to Learn Fun Boom for more fun stories and magical adventures. Until next time, little explorers, keep learning, keep dreaming and keep having fun. Bye-bye.